Here we are. Hey, is this thing on? Okay, I think we're good today. Welcome into the studio, the 820 studio with your host, Ming, here to talk about and share with you a new, fairly new, it's brand new day, perspective on resilience. Let's talk about something that comes up a lot from my comments in YouTube or in my calendar from people who have tuned in and want a little bit more clarity. And this came up, and I'm using it as the topic for today. What's up with the questions, man? What's up with all the questions, man? And to me, it wasn't an affront. It wasn't, a criticism. But it was a valid way to voice their interest or disdain for the approach I've taken on the construct of the book itself, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, and probably in mostly of the 820 episodes before this one today. So this is a reminder for me to, not to correct it, but to adjust and make sure I am addressing that concern. So the question about what's up with the questions, man, not with senseless or empty questions that I present to you just because. The questions I present to you in the 820 episode and the enterprise, I do this for a reason, a particular reason, as with the context of the questions. And I don't do that just to fill these 500 seconds each day. Every question I propose and share with you must be organic, must be of organic nature and content. Ah, yes. The content. Further exploration of the organic quality and reason for resilience questions. When I say organic, I do not mean that it is grown in a hothouse or in a cage environment. I define organic with 4 other words for context. Each and every question, unless intended for, let's say, levity or for occasional entertainment. When I use these words in those questions, each and every question must also meet the criteria. If I'm saying organic, it must meet the criteria of original, curious, genuine, and sincere, with an additional spice called no vanity or arrogance. That's how I present questions to you in our conversations about resilience, in our daily urgent conversation about resilience. Not because it sounds cool to me and maybe intrigues you for a moment, because I have an organic passion for this connection through these words, through the book, through every episode. To meet with those I must meet with in this life, whether it be via audio, video, in person, casually on the street, or formally in a meeting. Maybe for a day, maybe for a night, maybe for an hour, or maybe only for most of or all of these 500 seconds. Long enough for you and I to exchange light and sun. Even if this day and moment appears dark or sad for you outside, the light is always inside of you. Inside of you is always sunny and bright. Maybe it helps you, if you would, to close your eyes and opening up to the fullness of your heart. If you would do that, even temporarily, even as a exercise, you can then see, sense, maybe feel that warmth, the depth of the organic that you truly are. I'm asking you to consider remaining curious, original, sincere, genuine to you and to your purpose and to the message you must deliver. Doing this is a lot easier if you are aware of your own message. If you are aware of your own message, not mine, yours. If you do that, you may get the best in and out of this moment. It cannot possibly come from someone outside of you. As much as I can't say I'm proud of, but I'm humble and confident in what I present to myself, to my Creator, and then to you every day. I'd love to make an impression on you that is positive, that is of yes, that is of love. And I really do wish I would have a set of questions with a set of respective and coordinated answers to hand to you or to present to you in these audio messages. I do not. So typically you will encounter more questions. And it is for a reason. It's not just to be cute and coy and trying to evade a direct confrontation. That's going to happen. It does happen. There's no need to fight in opposition. No need to come across with a right cross from after an uppercut from your opponent. You might want to do that if it's in an actual physical fight. But in this verbal exchange, and below that verbal exchange, at its essence, where it comes from, it should come from that organic position. Because for me, those questions I present to you are not to titillate your attention. I do want to excite and incite a brand new conversation today in this moment. And not just with me, but with anyone you must meet with today in your life, on your journey. And that's why I do that. I hope it helps you, but I can't ever know that it does. Sometimes I run into, actually physically, at the airport or even on the highway, I've been stopped, who have seen the placards on my car that says 820 and say, hey, I heard that message the other day. And again, it gives me warmth and bolsters my joy. And bolsters, is that a good word? It strengthens my joy to know that somebody heard this besides myself. I know I hear it. I hope that my Creator hears it too. Well, no, that's not hope. I know He does. But of course, I will never get that statement, question, and response from myself or from my Creator to say, oh, hey, that was good. I should know this good even before I form one word or sentence on this subject. And I'm hoping I can remember to do that also. I want to deliver a salient message to you on resilience every day. I will never know if I'm hitting the mark for you, but I am hitting it for myself. I have to consider that as a fact. Now, if it's not a fact, yes, you could tell me that in a message. Say, hey, that was totally off. Could be true. Could be true. But I need to feel that for myself and say, did I give my best to that? Or did I just mail that one in the other day? I don't do that. But again, I am human. But I don't ever want to be comfortable in knowing that what I'm doing is good to me. It's not indifferent. It's not bad, not ugly. It's good to me. I hope it is also good to you. Stay present in the current. Remember, no matter where you are in this world, it is always 8